I'm Rob Canning. Welcome to the late edition of Toyota Sports Tonight. Brace yourself for a sports extravaganza. Brace yourself for V8 action.
And that is super fast and super hard
as the mountain comes alive. We'll preview the Socceroos showdown with Holland, check in with the Wallabies' new captain, and run through the AFL's biggest off-season trade.
We come to the Brisbane Lions now, and it's a fresh start, and it's exciting.
President's Cup golf, and Allenby stunning.
Poured it in. Allenby delivers in the clutch.
Plus, brawls on the ice, horses on turf, grommets in water, man and machine, and the MLB playoffs.
Back at the wall, it's gone!
And tonight's A-League showdown, it is Melbourne versus Sydney.
Sproska scored for Sydney!
Sports Tonight. Well, it's official. Brendan Favola is a Brisbane Lion, but it sure took some work. After the original trade plan fell through, a compromise deal was completed just 3 hours before the deadline.
Carlton wasn't bluffing about getting rid of Brendan Favola, and a final reminder of why came at his farewell media conference, which was dominated by questions of what happened on Brownlow night.
Brownlow night didn't look good at our footy club. I think the club's acted in an appropriate way. We were disgusted with what went on. So was Brendan. That's been started. I think the club, as I said before, it's pushed us over the edge, and I think the club's acted.
Favola broke his silence late this afternoon.
The Carlton Footy Club have obviously were fed up with everything, and you don't blame them. They had their hands tied, and I think we're both pretty sad to see each other go. But we come to the Brisbane Lions now, and it's a fresh start, and it's exciting.
Despite all the dramas, there is still regret it's ended this way.
I've got a heavy heart. I've been through a lot with Brendan personally over 11 years. He's been a fantastic player with this footy club. When we come to the decision, he put him up for trade, and that's hence what's happened today.
When Daniel Bradshaw and Michael Riscatelli knocked back the Blues yesterday, it was thought they would struggle to do a new deal and Sydney would swoop. But Plan B was struck quickly. Pick 12 and Lockie Henderson, a Pick 8 selection from 2 years ago, should work better long term.
What we've really done in the trade period is we did have Pick 11, it's gone out to Pick 12 now, and we really get McLean and Henderson for really Brendan. So that's sort of the state of play. We think that's a pretty good deal.
Didn't think when I got off the plane at the Gold Coast 2 weeks ago that I'd be staying here, but obviously pumped to be getting a chance at the Lions.
The controversial forward wants a fresh start.
It'd be good to shy away from that a little bit and just enjoy time with my family, I suppose, and just make football my sole concentration, which would be good for me.
It's now about us being able to, provide the environment, the support that we need. We think we've got a very healthy culture at our football club that's going to help Brendan be able to maximise his football capabilities.
Rob Waters for Sports Tonight.
Well, while a record 23 deals were completed in this year's trade week, St Kilda's Luke Ball is staying put for now. The Saints failed to reach an agreement with Collingwood as negotiations went down to the final seconds. Now it appears likely Ball will become a Demon.
The Saints emerged from a trying trade week looking tired and a little irritated.
In our view, 25 wasn't going to get Luke Ball done. We didn't think it was an equitable trade, so we stood our ground.
The players mentioned weren't in any way entertained by us, so therein lies the stalemate.
It leaves Ball in limbo. The Saints' lucrative 3-year offer has been withdrawn. He'll now have to decide whether to accept a vastly reduced contract or take his chances in the national draft.
I can't speak for Luke, but obviously there'd be some frustration, I'd imagine,
Late today, Melbourne sent a press release declaring its interest in selecting Ball with the first pick in the pre-season draft. With the other big deal of the past 24 hours sewn up, Sean Burgoyne slowly began life as a Hawk.
You look at their team; they've got a great youth in the team and some great senior players, and I think they're going to have some success in the next few years.
His new coach scoffing at talk. Campbell Brown was offered as part of the trade, and in the process, firing his latest shot at a bitter rival.
At no stage were we ever going to march a player out of a footy club. I know the Essendon Footy Club did that back in 2002. I don't think it did the Essendon Footy Club any good. Sending out players of that quality, it affects your culture of your club too much.
Ironically, the Bombers helped pave the way for the Burgoyne deal, with Hawk forward Mark Williams heading to Windy Hill, continuing the club's rich history with Indigenous players.
Essendon's one of the powerhouse clubs in Melbourne, and they're playing some of the big games throughout the year, and They got a good Indigenous base down here.
I suppose what attracted us to Mark was one, his leadership and his experience, but two, his creativity and his X factor. And big marks. You take big marks?
I'll try to.
Try it.
And the biggest winner of Trade Week could be cat-turned-swan Shane Mumford, whose annual salary has increased from about $40,000 to $300,000. Nathan Templeton for Sports Tonight.
Holdens have scorched around Mount Panorama ahead of Sunday's Bathurst 1000, and Jason Richards was the fastest of them, securing provisional pole position with a lap 2 saver.
Flat out day on the mountain. While Sunday is about 161 laps, Friday is about one flyer. But for one cursed Commodore, Bathurst is fast proving a nightmare. Lane that is super fast and super hard. David Reynolds wiping out the front end of his battered born-again Holden. It was 364 days ago, the very same car on the very same corner at the very same result. Massive impact. Thankfully, unlike Paul Radisich last year, who broke both legs, Reynolds was able to walk away, but his team will burn some midnight oil to make Sunday's race. Brad Jones' team BOC know the feeling. They've spent the past 3 weeks fixing Cameron McConville's machine after his last start stack. You can't imagine how dangerous that is. Today, V8 Karma, their rebuilt car, flying across Mount Panorama. McConville's teammate Jason Richards topping the timesheets. Crosses the line. Does Jason Richards get up to the top? You bet he does. Craig Lowndes was on a flyer. He looked to have a time to better Richards, but a spin at the final turn by fellow Ford driver Warren Luff brought out the red flag, ending the session, handing Holden provisional pole.
That's going to be a prerequisite to win this race. He's going to have speed, especially with the fuel strategy and the way it's going to go down. And we've proven so far this weekend we've got speed, and that's awesome.
Lowndes finished the session in position 6. Mark Winterbottom, the best of the Fords, 4th fastest. 3rd after qualifying Lee Holdsworth, the Holden Racing team's Garth Tanders 2nd. The top 10 shootout awaits tomorrow. Tim Hodges for Sports Tonight.
Looking forward to it, and look at that, just half a second separating the top 10 cars there. Okay, you're watching Sports Tonight. Coming right up, we'll check in with the A-League, plus plenty more. Elsa in as Mortlock's reign comes to a close.
Just really happy for the opportunity.
The latest from the President's Cup in San Francisco.
Allenby delivers in the clutch.
And we'll preview the weekend ahead on the track.
Just like everyone here at Movie World, you are going to dig Hit List TV. Check it out with me, Maddie and Renee, Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m.
We got the hottest celebrities, the coolest prizes, the songs that you vote for, and MMS requests where you get to see your face on TV.
It's awesome. You can do makeup like Renee has to. Yeah, anyway, Hit List TV, check it out, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. That was good. I think that worked.
Yeah, I think that works.
Very professional.
Yeah,
professional.
Except for that line.
At Jalna, we simply take pure milk and friendly cultures, put a lid on, and let nature do the rest. So unlike most yogurts, ours is pot set with no added cane sugar, no preservatives, no gelatin and starches, and no colouring. At Jalna, we don't add anything artificial. So you know what you're eating is pure. Jalna, a little pot of purity.
My diet? Well, yesterday I had cheesecake. I know, it's sort of my weakness. I always keep one in the house. Well, that and sticky date. Yeah, I like strawberry, but I can't go past apple pie. Yeah, actually, the diet's going great.
Yoplait Forme. Lots of delicious flavours and no fat.
Sweetheart, what are you doing?
The Real Pizza Taste Test is back on the road again.
Ooh. That's good. It's real good.
Get real with Eagle Boys.
13, 14, 3, 3. Bigger, better.
Comparing is too hard. I select. Too easy.
Buy combined hospital and extras cover through iSelect and get a free return flight to selected destinations.
Call iSelect on 13 19 20 to compare, select, save and fly.
Hey, check out Tarzan.
Yeah, apparently his backyard's a jungle after winter, so he's doing the lot. Even painting with 6-litre finished value packs, $52.
That'll keep Jane happy.
Your local home timber and hardware. The proper hardware store.
Welcome back. The Wallabies have undergone a massive overhaul ahead of their upcoming spring tour, with Sterling Mortlock dumped as captain. Flanker Rocky Elsom has been named as Mortlock's replacement.
Smiles, handshakes and celebrations all round for Rocky Elsom, the 76th Test captain of Australia.
It's a bit like when you get your first jersey. I think you're over the moon to have that opportunity, but then also there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that. But yeah, just really happy for the opportunity.
He replaces the injury-plagued Sterling Mortlock, who, after more than 3 years at the helm, was reluctant to relinquish the position.
It's like the jersey itself. Every player wants to keep it as long as possible. So he wasn't excited.
Inside back Berrick Barnes takes over as vice-captain in a move that distinctly reflects generational change.
Pretty stoked, yeah. Pretty stoked. Pretty stoked.
Pretty stoked.
There you go, mate. New word for you.
There are 5 new faces in the Wallaby squad, including Celesi Mafu, Mitchell Chapman and Richard Kingy, alongside Waratah's pair, Dave Dennis and Rob Horn.
Sitting on the couch and got the call, and it was a good call to answer.
New South Wales teammates Al Baxter and Phil Waugh were both omitted from the squad, but it's better news for former coach Ewan McKenzie. After a less than successful stint in France, he's been appointed as head coach of the Queensland Reds for the next 3 years.
Andrew Blow for Sports Tonight.
The A-League and the ladder leaders Sydney has sent the competition a stern warning as they humiliated Melbourne at Etihad Stadium tonight. The Sky Blues ending the contest with a 4-minute goal spree.
It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Melbourne pulled out the Dancing Girls for Ernie Merrick's 100th game in charge. He named an unchanged lineup, while Sydney welcomed back its marquee striker with a seat and a view. Aloisi forced to watch on as Alex Brosk finally broke his drought.
Brosk has scored for Sydney. His first goal of the season. Advantage the light blues.
Wayne Bridge doubling their advantage in the blink of an eye.
Bridge, it's 2-0. More Bridge. Unbelievable. 2 goals in the space of over 60 seconds.
A stunning 4-minute spree capped off with a Bridge brace.
Cole with time to measure the cross. It's a beauty. It's 3-0. Bridge with a second! This is crazy stuff!
Sydney's half-time lead, a mountainous task for Merrick's men. They were whisked away from prying eyes and no doubt dealt a few stern words, but it seemingly fell on deaf ears as Shannon Cole was left to try his luck.
And shooting! Oh, that must have been close. Very close to a fourth.
Sydney ending any sniff of a fairy tale fight back from victory. Merrick's milestone one to forget. The Sky Blues stamping themselves as title favourites. Jeremy Arnold for Sports Tonight.
Sydney's comfortable win, opening up a 4-point lead at the top of the table. Amazingly, it's just the Sky Blues' second win over the Victory from their past 10 outings. Well, the Socceroos say their focus is on football, not their ongoing pay disputes ahead of tomorrow night's friendly against the Netherlands. The Aussies held their final training session this afternoon.
It's rare that there's so much football talent in Australia at once, but listening to the single-minded Socceroos, you could be forgiven for forgetting a football superpower is in town.
I think it'll be a good blowout, and hopefully get any cobwebs out, and then we can do the job on Wednesday against Oman.
The Oman game is by far the most important game for us in the next week or so, and we're looking to get 3 points.
The Socceroos using the game against the world's third-ranked nation, Holland, as a dress rehearsal for the Asian Cup qualifier against Oman. The Dutch, though, have come to win.
I'm sure they'll be out to get us after the last game we played against them in Holland.
Midfielder Jason Kalina slightly excited by the encounter against the nation where he played for 10 years.
Come Saturday, I think we'll be all raring to go because, you want to get those good results against the world-class teams, and I think it's a great occasion for everybody.
Coach Pim Verbeek keen to show his other national side the full might of the Socceroos.
I'm going to play as strong as possible for a Saturday game. At least start.
And some good news for those affected by the recent tragedies in Samoa and Indonesia, with the FFA and Qantas donating to the relief appeal. Tim Cahill clearly humbled.
I can't put into words my feelings, because when I told my mum and dad, especially my mum, it did bring a tear to her eye and a tear to mine.
Andrew Burke for Sports Tonight.
An ominous warning today from the country's #1 jockey, Damien Oliver. After his first ride on Europeans Day, Cima de Triomphe, Oliver says he's the horse that can win him a third Melbourne Cup.
In the first flickers of light, the Kumani camp went to work readying their star Cima de Triomphe for his first date with the country's best hoop. Damien Oliver arrived through the back door and the pair went to work. A couple of leisurely laps to get to know each other before they got down to business. Working on the outside beside stablemate Basaltico, the duo unleashed in a spirited 1400 metre workout down Sandown's home straight. Horse and hoop happy. Now an assault on Caulfield and Flemington Riches await.
Well, hopeful as well as confident. Lucas seems to got a good handle on what's required and the type of horse that he needs to bring out now, so just a little bit more luck and hopefully he can go one better.
Gun trainer Luca Kamani has twice finished runner-up on the first Tuesday in November, but according to the camp, this bloke is better than Purple Moon and Bauer and looms as a huge shot to win Oliver his 5th Caulfield Cup and a 3rd Melbourne Cup.
The best thing I was taken by, the other two horses were quite lightly framed horses and not real strong, where this horse has got a bit more physical presence about him.
From a form point of view, you can't deny it. He's probably a better class of horse.
Godolphin duo Kirklees and Crime Scene also stepped up their work. 5 more international contenders arrive tomorrow. Tim Hodges for Sports Tonight.
An awesome field of 3-year-olds will battle out the first major race of the Melbourne Spring Carnival tomorrow in the Group 1 Caulfield Guineas. And according to mining magnate and prolific owner Nathan Tinkler, you can put your trust in his boom colt, Trusting.
There's been no shortage of activity at Caulfield during the week. A media breakfast whetting everyone's appetite for the carnival action to come as the stars strutted their stuff on the track. Exciting colt Trusting completing his work for the $1 million The Age Caulfield Guineas under lights. The stable full of confidence for his chances tomorrow.
He's a man in a boy's body, so to speak, so he's earned his place there. He's certainly, we're all pretty excited about him, so looking forward to Saturday.
He's just full of zest and he's really feels like he's on the upward spiral, not like he's at the end of a preparation.
Trusting is likely to start the second favourite behind the Peter Snowden-trained Denman, who will be looking to emulate his sire Lonro's victory in the 2001 Guineas.
To win this, as his old band did, be very special.
The top 4 in the betting rounded out by the Gay Waterhouse-trained Manhattan Rain.
His coat's good, his condition, he's eating well, he's a happy chappy.
And Bart Cummings is charged, so you think.
His form is pretty good, not much. He hasn't learned a lot yet, but he's got a lot of ability.
The race set down for 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time tomorrow. Andrew Brown for Sports Tonight.
First for breaking news, there's only one service that delivers.
You found me!
Good News Week. It's not just the headlines, it's who's headlining the laughs. 8:30 Monday on 10.
Who's most likely to have taken home more major awards in the last 12 months than any other large car? Who's most likely? Ford, of course. And who's most likely to give you a G6 limited edition with 18-inch alloys, Bluetooth and leather detailed seats from $36,490 drive away? Ford, of course.
Here it is, fellas. For the first time ever, 101 of the best beer songs of all time on 5 CDs. Classics from the Radiators, ZZ Top, Cold Chisel, Primal Scream, The Party Boys, Divinals, Alice Cooper, Billy Squire, and many more. Get it now, guys. 101 beer songs on 5 CDs for less than a slab. Out now.
The All-Star lineup continues at Blockbuster. This week, rent Angels and Demons.
The ancient Illuminati threat. Destruction of Vatican City through light.
Rent or buy your movies on DVD or Blu-ray at Blockbuster.
The Nike Lunar Glide Plus supports a range of foot types with its new dynamic support system.
Lunar Light Foam works with the midsole, providing stability and lightweight responsive cushioning.
Don't wait for a problem, run in the shoe that fits. And I've never met a foot I couldn't fit.
Climate King are throwing open the doors this Saturday, and you're all welcome to check out the latest range of Daikin air conditioners. Neil Gill for 2GZ will be broadcasting, a sausage sizzle, and heaps for the kids. Talk to the experts to find the best way to heat and cool your home. Climate King, Peasley Street, Orange.
When you need the best, forget the rest.
Gotta get your shed from Randbill.
With every Randbill shed you buy before December 31st, we're throwing in one of these Ripper Beef Eater Sports Grill barbecues.
Gotta get your shed from Randbill.
That's my man.
First for breaking news, there's only one service that delivers. You found me! Good News Week. It's not just the headlines, it's who's headlining the laughs. 8:30 Monday on 10.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
An encouraging performance from Greg Norman's international team on day one of the President's Cup in San Francisco, with the visitors just 1 point behind the United States. Aussies Adam Scott and Robert Allenby both notching up wins.
The United States traditionally strong on day one of the President's Cup. Tiger Woods and Steve Stricker no exception. The world number 1 and 3 thrashing internationals Jeff Ogilvy and Ryo Ishikawa 6-up.
Guy's unbelievable. He's just money. That's the smile from the man.
Americans Anthony Kim and Phil Mickelson also with the upper hand, wrapping up their win over Tim Clark and Mike Weir on the 16th hole.
Oh yes, thank you very much.
Much closer elsewhere on the field, Sean O'Hare and Hunter Mahan going toe-to-toe with Adam Scott and Ernie Els.
Oh, that's an absolute beauty. Watch out. Underclubbed.
The internationals finally prevailing. Scott with a putt on the 17th to put the visitors on the board. Robert Allenby soon evened the ledger, stealing the points off Americans Lucas Glover and Stuart Sink.
Oh, what a beauty.
Camilo Villegas and Angel Cabrera were all square with Americans Zach Johnson and Kenny Perry for much of the back nine, but the home side streaked away on the last 2 holes. The final match going right down to the wire. Jim Furyk setting the Americans up for a win. Justin Lonnard with this on the 18th to send the US into day 2 with a 2-point buffer.
Oh, no way.
The points shared with Wai Yang and Retief Goosen, leaving America with just a 1-point lead. Victoria Murphy for Sports Tonight.
2 Aussies have advanced to round 3 of the Oakley Pro Junior Global Challenge event in Bali. The famous Karamis River mouth turned on fun little barrels for the elite junior field, and New South Welshman Sam Wrench is watching his cash accumulate.
Another grand for next round, so I'm pretty stoked. I don't know what more can I ask for. I'm in Bali.
New Zealand's Billy Steadman stole the show with a day-high 9.17 out of 10. City-sider Davey Cathles also advanced. British triple Olympic gold medalist Bradley Wiggins has set his sights on Victoria's Herald Sun cycling tour, which begins on Sunday. Wiggins, who finished 4th in this year's Tour de France, is the hot favourite for the 7-day race, which starts at Ballarat.
I'm here, and I wouldn't have come to this race if I didn't hope to do something. So we had the World Championships 2 weeks ago, and hopefully sort of carried a fair bit of form since then.
Wiggins is just one of 105 cyclists who will compete in Australia's oldest stage event. The LA Angels have started their playoff series in style, defeating the Boston Red Sox 5 runs to nothing in the opening game of that series. Torrey Hunter came up big for the Angels. He went deep in the 5th.
Hits a drive to center. Ellsbury back at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run for Torrey Hunter. And the Angels strike first. They lead it 3-0.
Hunter pretty pumped with that one, and so too the fans, with good reason too. Boston's knocked out the Angels in 3 of their past 5 post-seasons. In other games today, the LA Dodgers beat the Cardinals to take a 2-0 lead in their best-of-5 series, while Philadelphia and Colorado are now tied at 1 game all after the Rockies won today's encounter. And you can see Game 2 of the Angels-Boston series tomorrow morning from 6 a.m. Eastern on 1HD. Check out the website for more details. Okay, if you're having a punt this weekend, here is Joel Kane from sportsbet.com.au with the latest odds.
In golf, the President's Cup continues at Harding Park Golf Course, San Francisco this evening. The United States team entered the event as dominant favourites, and by taking an early 3.5 to 2.5 lead, their price has only shortened, now into $1.22, with the internationals out to $4.80 and the tie at $21. The Americans not as well back to take out day 2, but still the favourites at $1.95. The visitors $2.65 and a tie $4.50. Back on home soil, it's Bathurst 1000 time. On Sunday, Craig Lowndes and Jamie Whincup will be looking to conquer Mount Panorama for a 4th straight time. The pair of the $2.75 hot pots in their way. The Tanner and Davison combo looms their greatest threat at $3.80, and there has been a good stream of money coming in the door for the Kelly brothers at $12. It's a big day of racing tomorrow at Caulfield. 3 Group 1s, in fact. The $1 million Caulfield Guineas is the headline act, where the Peter Snowden-trained Denman is all the rage to take out the 1,600-metre dash, backed into $2.70. Others in the mix include Trusting, Manhattan Rain and So You Think. The Toorak Handicap, not as clear-cut for the punters, finding it hard to separate Rahib, Black Piranha and Raffaello. In the 2,000-metre Yalumba Stakes, a small field on hand, but it's chock full of quality. Popular picks, Hoobie Got You at $2.20, Harder Dreams at $3.30, the only 2 in single figures, this being their last encounter before the Cox Plate. So, for all the latest price on the weekend sport, and to find out why Sportsbet is Australia's #1 betting agency, visit sportsbet.com.au.
Whether you watch it for the thrills,
whether you watch it for the action,
whether you watch it for Keanu Reeves.
What do you do? It's one of the best movie classics of all time.
Speed tonight on 10.
Rowan is a trainee home entertainment consultant.
Steve is a movie guy.
Rowan wears a name tag and points to the new releases.
Steve has an encyclopedic knowledge of movies. Incluso es consubstitulos.
Rowan works for a cookie-cutter entertainment behemoth.
Steve works at his local network video store. In a world gone crazy, Network Video, the movie people.
They're back. Have a clairvoyant read your palm or tarot at Merlin Psychic Fair at Dubbo. Fascinating exhibits, free admission at the Dubbo RSL Club, Winjawara Street, Dubbo. Thursday to Monday, October 8 to 12, 9:30 to 5:30.
We've got football, NRL, AFL and model cars, collectibles and figurines from TV and the movie screen. Come on down, believe you me, you'll find it here at Willoughby's.
Willoughby's in the Orange Arcade. Climate King are throwing open the doors this Saturday, and you're all welcome to check out the latest range of Dakin air conditioners. Neil Gill for 2GZ will be broadcasting a sausage sizzle and heaps for the kids. Talk to the experts to find the best way to heat and cool your home. Climate King, Peasley Street, Orange.
I love Australia, and I can prove it.
One of the most fun deals in Australia is a free holiday with your home loan, and you can only get that at the Greater.
There's no words to describe this.
Struth! It's raining savings at Tank World. This month, a 25,000 litre FRP tank is only $26.50. Now that's cheap. Add in a free Davy pump and it's a massive saving of $815. Want to save more? Then save your time and call Tank World now.
Every patient has a story. Every day, the gift of life is only a heartbeat away. This new medical drama will make you question everything.
3 Rivers, coming to Wednesdays on 10.
Play of the daytime now, and not that we condone violence here at Sports Tonight, but we do like to look at it. The Detroit Red Wings squaring off against the Chicago Blackhawks, and it didn't take long for the hard men to find each other.
And they're ready to go with a fight right here. Brad May, along with Radek Smolenyak.
Goes a
big kid doing me was after him right off the face-off.
Detroit beating Chicago 3-2. The fight, we'll call that a draw and give both teams the play of the day. And that is the show. I'm Rob Canning. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Good night.
Amen. I love powder.